Hey, Jake's Lego Corner here with my thoughts on the brand new June 2025 Lego Jurassic World Rebirth sets. And I did recently do a video with what I thought they could be, like when the first trailer came out. However, I will not be comparing like my predictions to the actual sets in this video. That will be a separate one releasing tomorrow. So if you want to watch that, stay tuned. But without further ado, let's get into the video. Up first, we have Baby Dinosaur Dolores, which will retail for $29.99 Canadian. And this set is the third along the line of baby dinosaurs, well, the brick-built variants. It does look pretty good. I will say it is probably the weakest of the three, but I do think kids will get a lot of enjoyment out of this. It is definitely not meant for an older audience, and I don't see this drawing in a lot of older collectors, but it isn't an awful set. It just isn't really my cup of tea, and I don't think it's a lot of people's cup of tea, a lot like the brick-built action figure type Marvel and DC like characters. So let's move on. Next up, we have the Raptor Off-Road Escape, which will retail for $44.99 Canadian. And this set does look pretty good. I do think it's a bit on the more expensive side. It looks, based on the size, that it should have been maybe $24.99 to $29.99 Canadian. But, I mean, I don't see myself getting this one either way, so I don't really have the right to be complaining about it. The build itself looks pretty good. I think you can fit both minifigs inside, and then I think there's a bit of space in the back. There doesn't appear to be many play features besides the side build. I do think that does look decent, being this like bush that you can push the new Raptor out of. Speaking of which, the Raptor, I think, is just a recolor of the Trociraptor mold. I might be wrong, but I'm pretty positive about that. I do quite like it, although I do wish they used the older Raptor just to kind of stay consistent. That Raptor was pretty good. I only own one official Lego version of it, being the Dominion Blue, but from what I've seen, it is pretty good, and I feel like it would have brought a bit more value to this set, maybe justified the price a bit more. Otherwise, this set is fine. Next up, we have the T-Rex River Escape, which I will admit kind of sucks, but it is meant for like 5-year-olds, so I will give them that. This set is very weak compared to every other set. Sure, you get this massive T-Rex, but from what I've seen, it doesn't have any of the claw printing that most of the past ones have had. I'm also pretty positive that it is just a reused T-Rex. I think it came in a Dominion set. I might be wrong about that. Then the actual build, like the cabin, I think you're meant to just break it with the T-Rex, and you can tell just by looking at it, it is not a good build. The raft is bland. The ETV is bland. The minifigs are probably one of the highlights of the set, and that is saying a lot, because they are also kind of bland. I do kind of like them, but I'm not buying this set solely for them. I don't own a T-Rex yet, but I think I'll either wait till this set goes on sale or hold off to get a better set in the future. Next up, we have the brick-built Mosasaurus boat mission, which is probably my second favorite set in the wave. I do really like how this set turned out. It will retail for $79.99 Canadian, and based on the fact it has 800 pieces, I find this set is a pretty good value for what you're getting. The Mosasaur, it feels roughly, I mean, it might be a bit too small, but I think it's big enough for what it's meant to be. My main issue is in the boat. That feels way too small. I feel like this set should have been the biggest set of the wave. You should have got the Spinosaurus and the Mosasaurus in it and recreate that scene from the trailer. I would have been fine with that. I actually was kind of hoping for that. And while I do intend on getting this set, I might wait to get it on clearance. Other than that, it's fine. My biggest issue in the set, beyond, that it should have came with the Spinosaurus as well, is it didn't need those tiny rock pieces. I feel like that just drove up the price, and those pieces could have been used either on the Mosasaurus itself or to expand the boat just a bit more. Maybe include a third minifig instead. But that's just my opinion. Next up, we have the Velociraptor and Titanosaurus tracking mission, which will retail for $129.99 Canadian. And this set looks pretty good. I do like the reuse of the Brachiosaurus pieces on this dinosaur. I think this set is roughly the same price as well. And I do like that the Velociraptor comes in more than one set. In the movie, it's probably gonna be more than one dinosaur. So I feel like getting them in multiple sets lets you build up the pack. The gas station looks pretty good for what it's meant to be. I hope you can actually pull up the, buggy that comes in this set in the gap between the pump and the building. And then you can pull up other vehicles on the outside of it so that you can have multiple vehicles gassing up at once. I also do like the fact that you get a tree which can fall over. I think you can have the Titanosaurus knock it over, or you can have it eat from it. You also get a campsite with a tent and a sleeping bag and a little grill. The vehicles are okay. They are probably the weakest of every set but the T-Rex Escape. And the minifigs are pretty good as well, although all three of them do come in the next set, which is the biggest in the wave, and in my opinion is the best set. And finally, we have the Spinosaurus and Quetzalcoatl Air Mission, which will retail for $199.99 Canadian. And while I do feel like that price is a bit over the top, especially comparing it to the big set from Dominion, which had 2 new dinosaurs instead of 1, and roughly the same amount of pieces plus more minifigs, as well as both of them having a helicopter, I do feel like this set should have been like 160, 170. I just feel like 200 might be a bit too much, but then again, I am a sucker for everything that this set comes with, because the Spinosaurus is my favorite dinosaur. I've been waiting for it to come out since I saw Jurassic Park 3, and now that it's finally out in a set, I do really want to get it. As well as the fact that I just love ancient ruins in general and ancient temples, and that's what the big heart of this set is. It's this old, I think, Aztec or Mayan temple. And then you have the rock climbing wall on one side that they use to get up to the nest. And you have a waterfall on the other side, which at the base of the waterfall looks like there's a little dock for the boat in the Mosasaurus set, which is the other set I want to get. So that's a nice little touch. you get 2 vehicles in it, being, like I said, the helicopter as well as a 6-wheeled pickup truck, kind of similar to the one from the Camp Cretaceous wave of sets, which was one of my favorite sets in that wave. But this set also reuses the Quetzalcoatl from Dominion. I already have that, so I feel like I didn't need that dinosaur again. But it is nice getting it in blue now. And the minifigs in this set, they look pretty good as well. 3 of them came in the Titanosaurus set. However, one of them is new, and I think this set is the only one that contains all 4 of the main characters. Every other one only either contains 1 or 2 of them, maybe 3. Actually, I think there's only 2 of the sets that actually contain the 3 main characters. Being this set and the Titanosaurus, every other set kind of just comes with side and secondary characters, which I'm fine with. But I think it would have been better if they included, say, Scarlett Johansson's character in probably one of the cheaper sets as well. Like I said, the the Mosasaurus set could have used a third minifig instead of those 2 rock pieces. You could have thrown her in there. Otherwise, this wave is very good. I do really enjoy it. Will I be getting most of them? Probably not. If it's anything like Dominion, I'll just get like 2 or 3 of them. In this case, just 1 or 2 of them. And then when the others go on sale, I might try and get 1 or 2 more. But I think to start off with, the Mosasaurus and the Spinosaurus set are the best way to go. I do think there's going to be one more set for this movie, being the D-Rex. I have no clue what it's going to be. All I know is, with every other movie, the biggest, or the set that contains the quote-unquote main villain dinosaur, being the Giganotosaurus from Dominion or the Indoraptor from Fallen Kingdom, both of those sets were revealed closer to the movie coming out. I feel like they're going to do the same thing with this, mainly because it feels weird with them not including the main antagonist dinosaur. Not to mention that each vehicle is numbered, and if you look through it, there's only 7 of what should be 8 vehicles. What do I think that could be? My assumption is like a command unit, sort of like from the Lost World, that was like a double-length motorhome bus type thing that had like a research unit and beds and a kitchen and all that. That is what I assume it might be. I'm probably wrong. For all I know, it could be a big lab set like in Dominion, and it might not even exist. Anyways, that's my thoughts on these sets. If you enjoyed, please like and subscribe, and stay tuned for more videos in the future. Bye.